SMR, welcome back to episode 24. You know, sometimes I've always wanted to pull up my chair to somebody's table, but I just couldn't get in. Maybe I'm not there yet. Maybe they just don't believe in me. But guess what I did? I created my own damn table with my own damn chair designed by me. So this week I got a new artist resembling just that. He goes by the name of Matthias Hayes. This song is called Not Me, straight off his album called NUFF RHETORIC. Check it out.
Wow. Let's talk about it. Woo! Okay. Ahon, Hinji, right now, yo, we about to go in. Yo, Hazel, enough of the humble Hawaii. I want you to dive in. Go do what you do.
Shalisa Marie Radio.
I don't know why they think they can fuck with us. I don't know why they think they can touch us. I don't know why they think they can fuck with me. I don't know why they think they can touch us. I don't know why they think they can fuck with me. I don't know why they think they can touch us. Who gassed them? I'm asking, please. You could try the whole damn world. Okay, I started this when I was young. You probably see me on the road or in the mall or something. I tell you how I used to crawl, but now a nigga run. I'm like permanent Viagra. I'm always up. Okay, I hate that I had to do it, but had to. I told her Hazel she still be calling me Matthew. She want the roots, want the truth, and they don't get it. Don't get it twisted. I'm rapping trap, but I'm poetic. They want it, I go get it. Yeah. I'ma go get it. They want it, I go. I learned it from Muhammad, I only deposit. I sip the whole cup of coffee, won't miss on a droplet till I got the whole entire world on lock. Whole entire squad screaming, We got no game, but she still want us. When they good days, she been singing my song, she been singing my. I'm just getting started with this rapping. In other words, welcome to your last days. For the underdogs, know we have this. They might be past us, but they can never match us. Nah, my nigga, no, not me. My nigga, no, not me. My nigga, no, not me. My nigga, no. Okay, they passed us, so what, my nigga? We keep it low, we catch up, then blow, my nigga. And if it's problems, on the other side, we can solve them. We don't need no violence, so rise and dissolve them, yeah. This is how they did me, so I did it back. A Kendrick fan losing humbleness, I ain't here to track. I used to hesitate to put my name on anything, but now before they ask, I tell them that I'm the kid in fact. You ain't gotta tell me twice to puff my chest out. Besides Dave, for my age, I'm the best out. But even then, no, I'm coming for your head. You got Mod Club, my nigga, don't tempt me. I sell at Wembley. I put posters in my room just for target practice. And like Hollywood, I praise, then I target after. I put all of y'all in place, you're not the smartest rappers. Got your heel exposed to me like you started backwards. Cause I ain't racing y'all, I'm holding the flag. Shout out the envy, shooting and holding a bag. Drawing parallels with violence to appeal. I'm so conscious, I can make your audience a steal. Revealing every trick as if I'm dropping me a reel. It's real. And I could go all day, but you get the gist of it. Nigga, no, not me. Nigga, no. One more time. Nigga, no, not. My nigga, no, not me. My nigga, no, not. My nigga, no, not me. My nigga, no, not. I don't know why they think they can fuck with me. I don't know why they think they can touch us. I don't know why they think they can fuck with me. I don't know why they think they can touch us. I don't know why they think they can fuck with me. I don't know why they think they could. Listen, who gassed them? I'm asking, please. You could try the whole damn world, not me.
Talk about it. Get back in there. I don't want nobody to touch it. It's our bag, it's your bag. Hold it down, boy. It's not Louis Vuitton, it's Hazel the Don.
Hey guys, welcome back to Shalisa Marie Radio. This is your host, Patrice. I know you guys don't really hear much from me on the show, so I wanted to do my own so we could get more personal with each other and you could get to know me a bit better. Self-control is something that I struggled with growing up, definitely in my teenage years, but I think that it's something that I've really grown in the past couple of years of my life, and so I wanted to share my experience with you guys. Self-control is something important in order to have good progression in life. Self-control is needed in various areas of your life: faith, health, academics, career, athletics, fitness, hobbies. The list goes on. But I want to start and go back into my past and reflect on the areas in my life where I really didn't have self-control. High school. December of the year I turned 16, I started working at the movie theater, which was the best job of my life. I thought everything was great. I was getting more shifts, so than I was at No Frills, so more money. It was a bigger environment and had more people to interact with, so I was making new friends. And I didn't realize how I was spending money so uncontrollably, and obviously I didn't have responsibilities then. My mom was still paying for my phone bill and my bus tickets, so all that money was going towards weed, alcohol, clothes, shoes, and I really didn't think about it. I probably didn't even get the receipt. Eventually, I worked my way up and I became a teller. So I was pretty liked at my job. My boss and I had a great relationship. But in my personal life, I started getting into drugs with my friends and just not caring, I guess, in a way. YOLOing it, if you want to say that. I don't want to get into the topic of the first time I asked myself, where's your self-control? But the second time was when I got kicked out of school. My mom came into my room and she was just shocked. Like, she was like, tell me everything. Because I guess in that moment, she felt like she didn't know her child. So I came clean and my exact words were, I said, I smoke weed all the time. I started doing Molly occasionally. And the guy I'm talking to is 5 years my senior. And I think she kind of just looked at me for a second, like I could see her mind processing. But my mom is so cool that her reaction was definitely like the best reaction you could get from a mom. She's like, okay, talk to me. Like, why didn't I know any of this stuff? And I'm just like, Mom, I'm 16. Do you really think I'm gonna tell you any of this? But at the same time, I knew my mom's past, so I think she was more like, okay, this really is my daughter. And since then, we've been so close. And I think that just like made our relationship stronger. But at the same time, I think I took advantage of that because I started trying other things with my friends because I'm like, hey, like she's not even getting mad, so I can get away with this. On the contrary, at work, my performance started altering because I would come in still turned, but crashing from the night before. And I distinctly remember this one occasion where I was so down and I went into the office. I was just counting money, bawling my eyes out. And I couldn't make it stop. But ask me if I knew what I was crying for, because I didn't. I was just that turned and my mind was just going. So I'm trying to hide in the corner and obviously my managers could see. So she's just like, go home. And I'm like, I was refusing. I'm like, no, I'm not going home. And she, you know, when someone asks you, they're like, are you okay? And then you just start flooding with tears. I couldn't hold it in anymore. Eventually I left. I finished. I counted the safe, make sure everything was straight. I left. I went into my car. I cried for 20 minutes. But the part that got me when I look back at it is I went out with my friends again that evening. I didn't even go home. And we did the same thing over again. So the only reason I lasted in that job and still have an excellent relationship with my managers today is because I was honest with them about everything. They knew what I was doing. They didn't agree with it, but they're like, as long as you're not bringing that kind of stuff into work and you're not on it or whatever when you're at work, then we're cool, but you shouldn't be doing that in your personal time. Where I really wanted to go with this story is that after I quit and looked at my T4, it showed that I made $12,000 and I did not save one drop of it. Was I mad at myself? I sure was. Could I go back and get that money though? No. Did I spend it on things I wanted at the time? Yes. So am I regretting it? No, I'm not. But I just want to say that if I had self-control back then my savings would have been $12,000 more richer right now. Let's fast forward 4 years later. I mentioned in another podcast that I do behavior therapy for my job. The age range is between 6 and 26 years old. Now for me, having self-control in this job is so important. It really wears on your mind if you do not take care of yourself. And I mean, like, now I barely get drunk out my face on a weekday because I need that mental energy. Meditation. I'm in my second week of meditating, just so you guys know, every morning for 10 minutes. And later on, I want to do a separate podcast to expand on this, but it has been such a good thing that I've added to my life, and I just want to spread the word. Meditate. Back to my work, it's just me really understanding that these individuals see life through different lenses. They all understand life in a different way. So I have to take my own thinking cap off and put on each of their thinking caps on as I work with them, each one individually. And it's not only just about the work. The students I work with have uncontrollable behavior sometimes for attention, to get out of doing a task. If something is too difficult, if their schedule changes, if they are told to do something that they don't want to do. And I have to have that self-control so they know what is expected of them in these situations, because if I'm just flying off the handle, they're going to think this behavior is okay and that it's typical when it's not, and that's not what I want to teach them. Trust me, I've had pencils thrown at me, I've been hit with water bottles, I've even been spat on, and in the real world, that would not fly. But the worst for me was when I had a knife pulled on me. And I think this was one of my biggest self-control moments, because I was able to be firm enough to defuse the situation without anyone getting hurt. And I think the saddest part for me in all of this, I should say, because I feel like it's still floating around, is when race started being brought into it, based on the theory that this person had never gone this far on anyone before, and this person can get pretty aggressive. But I was being asked, do you think this person is racist? And the reason was why they were asking me is because they planned and intended to hurt me. And I was just I don't want to think about that, obviously I guess it had to be a factor that needed to be brought up. I'm not sure. I still have mixed feelings about the situation, but I don't know, I didn't want that to be my first conclusion. But back on the topic of self-control, I think in areas of food, athletics, I've always had self-control, but taking behavioral science in college was a big turning point for me in my growth, because if I had not gone to college after my year off, I totally do not think I would be on the path I am now. I don't think I'd be strung out somewhere, but I probably wouldn't be achieving all the great things that I've achieved so far, and all the great things that I'm about to achieve in the future, And I'll leave you guys with this. If you learn self-control, you can master anything. Shalisa Marie Radio, episode 24, Self-Control. That's a wrap.
Looking in the mirror, I don't see the man that I am. See the man I could be, see the man I should be. Got a lot of regret inside my heart, but I'm trying to learn from mistakes and be what I would be. If I never ever made them, then I would not learn. And if I never struggled, then I will not earn. So let me not complain, let me learn to be strong. Give me time for that though, 'cause I think it'll be long. Came up in a household with two sisters, one mom, in a jungle with his two shooting, and one gun. Single parent, but she kept her cable on. Cooking food and even swept while never home. How she did it, I would proudly never know. I remember all the sobbing up above. I just wish you could have been there for us all. Yeah, you called me last week, but it's been far too long. I've grown far too strong. I know I'm still weak, but you're not what I need. Far too long, and I'm far too strong. I know I'm still weak, but you're not what I need. Far too long, and I'm far too strong. I know I'm still weak, but you're not what I need. I was curled up in a ball crying tears, screaming silent pleas, the result of heartbreak, fears for my sisters. Eden's all alone, Martha's tripping. To think if you ain't skip out, we all could have been skipping. But you made it your mission to lay your hands on the queen. If I was able during this, I swear to God you need a cane. Plant my fist in your face, I wouldn't contemplate a thing. And when God asked what happened, I'd say, I am my family's keeper. Jesus, can't imagine how hard it must have been for a mom to see her son have to play the husband. You turned me to another black boy without guidance. I had questions about direction, for you had to find them answers on my own though. Them youths got lullabies, I had to roll my own boat. They wonder why I'm so young but so grown. It's cause I live for the people that you gave no hope to. I had my unk and I was all for a male figure, so you could just hang up the call, I don't care for you, I'm past anger. I'm just trying to find my way. Just know my future kids getting my mother's last name. You taught me 2 things, and not to be a father was 1. And also, when love is missing, it runs. I'm past the anger, I'm just trying to find my way. Just know my future kids getting my knees last far too long, and I'm far too strong.